All right, pick it up right where we left off. Hey guys, welcome back. Mark Jackson for some more Vampyr, and as it says, we got to talk to Lord Redgrave. We're back at the Ascalon Club. Actually, we never left, and it is and isn't what we thought. I don't really know how to explain that after having to deal with Fraggle Rock, that huge bastard. And then we come in here and there's human beings, vampires, and all genuinely civilized and what have. I was expecting this. Excuse me. I was expecting this, but I wasn't expecting this. So let's
That
talk
went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic.
we have.
Your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish, and
He
is
does.
a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
I don't blame him
You
for
were
spying on me.
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until
Fraggle
you
Rock.
put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was not.
He was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
What?
You do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
We left him face down in a sewer.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Skulls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
Well, that puts us in a pretty pickle, doesn't it? Some Skulls are peaceful. This guy's not
I
going to care.
have met peaceful and wise Skulls. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Skulls are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, cool. Now we can mez Venus and get in and follow my thought process to possible fruition.
I know we're facing a crisis, but I'm shocked no one took the time to clean up the mess inside the club since we were
We
attacked.
can't talk to any of these people. We can talk to him.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
I really do like Reed's haircut.
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Which is interesting.
Vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
So it's clear, let me get this out real quick. It's clear that vampires don't have beating hearts. But Elizabeth Ashbury's heart was beaten when she shoved our hand into our cleavage. Her cleavage, rather. So...
Are you not afraid? You are
what's the deal there?
By vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
This guy's a bit of a fanatic.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member. And a dying one at that.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Let alone being in the same room.
Mr. Dawson. Of Dawson and Dawson. The wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you
should have
sick,
started with
Mr.
that.
Dawson?
Yep.
I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
What do you know about the Guard of Prewen?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment.
I kind of do
This
too.
is what the nation needs right now.
Excuse me.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall.
Build the
A
wall.
formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
Build it.
Complete isolation has proven effective throughout history, but the death toll has always been a high one.
I am glad you understand the concept of necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care?
No?
Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
I agree with him. All right, family portraits. Possible sources of infection. But first I wanted to go and... we've been all through here in the previous episode. Gaffled, loot, and pillaged, and did everything that we needed to do there. And now we're going to head out the back door and see if we can't go find Venus's house. And hopefully I can remember where it is. So that's next on the menu now that we have the appropriate mesmerize level. And hopefully that helps us out with finding out what happened to Emily, Charlotte's friend, who I'm next to positive we can't get
I
access.
think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
I think we already knew that. Is there anything down? No, that's a locked gate, isn't it? Yeah, that is. I like the music in this part of town. Interesting to say the least. Now, where exactly was Venus's house? Was it this one? No, I don't think so. Let's pop into our quests here and see what's cracking. Yeah, you should be recovering. I might be tracking that. Probably will get me to Venus's house, or at least close. Am I really going the wrong way? Yeah, I guess so. All right. Head back this way and see. So what I'm thinking here, boys and girls, is that we mez Venus, we get up to the second floor. We've talked to her already. That's the rat lady, Nutso. We get up to the second floor, and then we dash across to where we need to go. That's what it looked like to me. Now, I think this is it. Yeah, see, that's where we need to be. Okay. This is
Hello
Venus
again,
right here.
Venus.
Jonathan, you're still up. Can't you just knock at people's doors during the day?
No, I really can't.
I'm sure you can
I'll
spare
melt.
me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. No, they
Yeah, I'd
aren't
kinda-
always welcome here.
Well,
But
well, thank you,
at
Venus.
This hour of night?
This hour of night, you're dressed pretty spiffy. Pearl necklace? You wear pearl necklaces to bed? Alright, well, before we talk to her, let's sequester all of her possessions.
I remember when Mary came here with her husband and her son. They were such a beautiful family.
Keep talking, don't mind me. And I'm not going to go upstairs until after we're done talking to her because I've got a feeling we're going up there anyway.
I'm so
I'm-
sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
Okay, shut up. Well, no, start talking.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in one piece too. Thank God. My Clarence is back home too.
Yeah,
How
we
is
spoke to
the
him.
old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras. Clarence has changed a lot since he returned from the war, you know.
You don't say. Us too.
Tell me about Clarence's obsession with vampires.
It drives me so crazy it makes my stomach hurt. I was so relieved to have him back. But I quickly realized he'd lost his mind in France.
I understand your irritation, Venus. But you have to accept the trauma Clarence endured on the battlefield.
The question is simple, Jonathan. Is my husband mad? Yes or no?
The answer is
vampires
no.
exist? Or is Clarence a lunatic?
You don't believe him?
So you don't believe Clarence?
If poor Mary, bless her soul, had tried to convince you of the existence of bloody vampires, would you have believed her? Seriously?
Yes, for obvious reasons.
The important question is, what do you really think of your husband?
I'm tough, Jonathan. He should have told me the horrors he witnessed, however appalling it was.
No,
Instead
no.
of inventing a fantasy about blood-drinking monsters.
No, we don't. No. She's wrong.
Have you noticed anything peculiar about the neighborhood recently?
You mean except for your return to town? No. Oh, and again, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences for your sister.
What the hell are those kids doing up there? Sorry if you hear some background
Why is
noise.
my return so
My
surprising?
niece and nephews
It's
are here.
more an unexpected happy end than a surprise. You and Clarence, back from the war. You have no idea how hard it's been for me.
Sounds like
Thank
they're
you, Venus.
dragging furniture around.
It was so sudden. And I've been so busy, I haven't spoken to anyone about it.
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but you know, it's been so quick. And what with the epidemic in the streets?
There's no need to apologize, my dear. It's normal, considering the circumstances.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences. He is too busy with his penny dreadful stories.
How have you been since the last time we met? How long has it been? 3 years now?
I've
A lot of
done
this
my
is-
duty, like all British women. You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without knowing if I'd still be a wife or a widow.
I understand. Luckily, this part of town has been saved from the worst of the bombings, from what I've seen.
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic. The flu has killed here too, of course, but not on such a large scale as in other parts of town.
It was locked up pretty tight. It took me over 20 episodes just to get in here.
Venus, why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
The McPhersons. I heard they locked themselves in their own house.
They could just be afraid of getting sick.
Perhaps you're right. But if I were you, I'd pay them a visit. A big house, reachable through a courtyard, to the north of the railway bridge.
Okay.
Goodbye for now.
You gonna mark that on my map?
When Mary came
Preston?
here with her husband and her
All right. This is what I think is going to be a recipe for success, but we want to loot anyway. Got lots and lots of talking again in this episode. Aha! Aha, says I saw that. She's got a pretty decent-sized bedroom. All right, well, without further ado... Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, Venus's journal. Yeah, pause if you want to read, guys. I pretty much read these things, you know, after the episode's over, so... Okay, another thing to talk to him about. And is this going to be... No? Ah, bummer. I thought sure we might... Oh! Okay, there we go. It worked!
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign. No sign of a struggle. It's...
I just can't wait to see you again tonight, tomorrow, in Ireland. To feel your teeth again. Oh.
Emily wanted to become a vampire.
We gathered.
Something must have gone wrong. Someone is responsible for this mess. But who?
Is that... Yeah, that is.
Blood. I should follow the trail.
Let's get it on. What puzzle is this going to... Okay, where did our blood trail go? Aha. Resisted and still died. Another rogue scowl over there. I know we're going the opposite direction. I just might get these people knocked out. That way I can get the XP together and all their resources. A little bit goes a long way. What do we have here? We can talk to this guy, huh?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes. and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I appreciate the invitation, but I'm here to solve the mystery concerning the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond de Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your
Hell of a
service,
name.
my dear cousin.
Captain
You're
Obvious.
French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
Dear cousin, are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
Not really.
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate, yet intense spectacle.
Yeah, this guy's a little nuts. A little dark.
You take
least.
pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
What do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
This guy. He's a little bit too dubious about all this suffering
I
and
followed the
death.
trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to
Look at the train in the
that
background. That's
young
cool.
woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last redingote.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun,
Oh,
until
God.
the artery burst.
I do believe him from the note.
I believe you, sir. Emily's diary confirms your statement.
Oh,
Yep.
Emily was
Yep.
her name. Quite charming.
Didn't even know her name.
Well, mystery solved then.
Yes, I suppose so. You can go.
This.
And so can you. Farewell, sir. May you enjoy the spectacle of this fallen city as much as I do.
This guy gives no fucks about anything. At least he doesn't sugarcoat it. So what would be the appropriate thing to do now? Go back and tell Charlotte about Emily? I think so. Report to Charlotte Ashbury. Oh, well, it just spells it out for us right on the screen. Yeah, I'm good with the English. I can read. There's 1 shilling, so I can afford to pay attention. Stand. And we're going to be popping out this way, I believe. Let's get lost everywhere in this game. Nevertheless, I think we're heading in the right direction. Let me consult the map real quick. Yeah. We do have another hint for him, don't we?
Good evening, old chap.
I won't lie.
Yeah.
Do you realize you are ruining your family, Clarence? Don't you see the risk here?
Money isn't important. Not important when it is a matter of life and death. That is what my dear Venus cannot understand.
I can't believe I'm telling you this, but if warning people is that important to you, why not choose a more efficient way to spend your money?
Don't you think I tried? I knocked at every door, went to every bank, I even tried to be published. No, Jonathan. This is a one-man war.
Dedicated.
People will laugh at you, if they don't already. Think about your wife and your position. Think about your future.
I understand my wife's embarrassment, but gossips don't kill, vampires do. There'll be no future if people don't open their eyes.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Can you help me?
Infection is everywhere these days. But if you ever go to the park near that swanky house belonging to the Mullaneys...
Yes? What about the Mullaneys? What about their house?
Not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
Now, Clarence and his wife
You need some rest, Clarence.
have told us the same thing. So, I think that'll be next on the menu.
Good evening.
And good evening.
Yeah.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger.
Maybe this will convince her otherwise.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood.
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Ooh, Charlotte steak. Well, we'll look at that in a second. We got her all filled in. That's good.
I'm
See if we can get any
investigating the
more.
source of the epidemic.
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house.
Where is it?
Yep.
It's the Mullaneys. A nice family.
Yep.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
Everybody's telling
Give
us to
my
go to the
best regards
Mullaneys.
to-
She's been...
Yep. We know. Same goodbye dialogue. All right, let's look at that. Yeah. Charlotte steak, level 5. Yeah, let's... I'm gonna quit that. Okay, I think we're good for now. Yeah, we're doing okay. We could have a few more serums and what have you, but no, overall I'd say we're doing well. All right, so where exactly are we? Okay, we got a couple of different locations to go here. Family port. It's not going to tell us which one's the Mullaneys, so I guess we're just going to have to pick one. Ooh, what's this? More dialogue. I'm not running all the way back to the hospital right now, but I do have to go to Whitechapel at some point because there's a couple of people in need of being cured. Probably not that episode. I want to get these done. Yeah. Well, they keep saying the railway bridge. Those are the railway tracks, so only makes sense to me. Let's head that way first and see what's cracking. Hopefully this is going to be the right direction to go. Like I said, I always get lost. Let's see. Let me guess, a lock gate.
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
Well, not through that damn lock gate, it's not. So, can we fly up over it? Is that going to be the way to get in here? That's our bitch. That's where well, there's this way, too. Oh, what do we have? Oh, one of those pukers. Didn't see that. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, your hits don't matter anymore, bro. Force of habit. Fall to the ground. All right, well, this did adequately get us... Can we get this? Nice. Is this the... And here's the railway bridge. Is this where we need to be? No, we're moving the wrong direction here, but that's okay, because I want him dead. Alright. Yeah, just gather everything that you can. Yeah. Ah, I didn't see him. Give me your blood. This guy's got some cowbell, doesn't he? I need a better one-handed weapon. Really need a better one-handed weapon. Alright, now before I get too far ahead of myself, head on back this way and see if this is the recipe for success here. I want to consult the map. I also want to look at that dead body as well. Yeah, it looks like there's a pathway of some kind. Yeah, right there. Okay, cool. So we do have to fly up a little bit. That we can do. Just want to make sure resources are gathered. They are. Stole and everything. What is this? Okay, so this is going to be our answer right here, huh? That door? Let's do it. Oh, crap. More fun with... Man, we gotta still have a cooldown on that. Oh, shit. Yeah. Let's get one. I want to just get one out of here. Oh, here comes another. Oh, I hate you guys. Oh. I can live with that. I can live with that. Get that. Get this. Get some health back together. Might as well do one more. Oh, man, cool down. And here we go, I guess. Alright, so this is the first area. Double checking the map here. Yep, we're right here. Find out what happened to this family. Well, it was supposed to be a pretty large family, and everything was barricaded up, so... Okay, maybe upstairs is... Admit it. You cheat, you bastard. Uh-oh. Still you... Okay. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, remarkable pump gun. 352 by comparison to... Nice. Not going to use it right now, but nice to have. I haven't used firearms very often in this game. I am ready to go should the need arise. I don't want to leave. I want to do this. It sounded like those voices were coming from upstairs, so... Oh shit, they're sick. And we got a boss battle. Oh. You know what? Ah, shit. Give me some blood. "10 seconds, you can't hit me." Oh, they're punks. Except for the annoying gas. Which isn't too much of a problem.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Good question. Did they drop anything? Alright, let's search. Well, right off the... Okay. That's a quest item. So, darling, thank you for your precious time and the fur coat. I can't wait to feel your hands on my shivering skin. Only for you. My hero can make me feel that desired. Please come back to me soon, for I'm dying to press my timid bosom to your chest again. Yes, my beloved, my precious, come back to me, and I promise you a night of external and unbridled passion. Right now I'm wearing nothing but your last gifts, so yes, I'm burning for you, and I can't wait for you to share my untamable lust. Your devoted Doris.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
Which is no surprise because we heard him arguing about it at the bottom of the stairs. Plenty of things to grab in here. And then, I wonder, do we have time in this episode to go after that, get after that second clue? I kind of do. I don't want to leave it here, so if this is a little bit longer, I apologize. So, yeah, what was the correct way? Let me get outside, and then I'll check the map. Hey, what are you doing? Thank you. Alright, out we go. Was it through here? Yeah, we could maybe unlock this. Nice. Shortcut City. Are there any other gates in here from the inside of this area that we can unlock? Got to. Feel like that's a waste, but hell, it'll cool down while we're traveling. Don't need to eat any rats, so I hear them. And it was this way, right? Yeah. I suppose either route would do, but might as well, eh? Double check. I don't want to get turned around. And yeah, I just about did.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
I can't attack you? Get it!
Oh my god!
God can't help you, son. Alright. Ah! He's not yours, bro. Level 29. You like that? Guys are getting a little bit more challenging. It's still stupid easy, though. Coming up on it. Damn, these guys are accurate, I'll admit that. Go down pretty easy, though. Alright. Up. Up, it says. Gonna be one of these houses, or are we gonna be, 15, 12, and down. First source of the infection. Okay. We're on point. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, let me search the room real quick. And we'll get to that. Don't leave anything behind. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot here. It's a large area, so yeah, I'll search downstairs after we see what the... Oh, God. Another guy. What the hell happened in here? There's another thing that I wanted to do, and I wanted to completely go over what resources I had and how much. So I'm gonna just go through this, guys. I'll cut. A lot of stuff to sell and break down too. Yeah, and the shillings we're doing okay. XP we gained some this time around. So let's examine the body.
This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep too. Whoever did this was driven by rage.
So, vampire corpse. That needs not be said, but gonna say it anyway. Alright, and, oh god, perfect timing. Perfect time to get the hiccups, boys. Sorry about that. And you know, when you try to shut them down, it just makes everything worse. Yeah, so with all the parts and resources that we have, I mean, we can craft a lot of low-level stuff. But the good news is we have so much of it. I could probably get myself up to 1,000 shillings and still have plenty of resources to spare to still, come on now, to still build
He had
things.
his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture.
That's messed up. Somebody hated these people. Not just a vampire. This isn't just a vampire. This is a vampire that had a vendetta. Alright, well, really the only place to go that we haven't is down. So let's do it.
This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
Ah, shit. That's too bad. Who did all this and why? I think we're going to find out here. Another dead body. Well, never assume, but... We had a boss battle in the... Yeah, this looks like a boss room right here, so I bet you that individual over there is not dead. And we had a boss battle in the previous location, so I have no reason not to suspect things are going to go ham here. It's only one. Yeah, I'm not gonna meddle with that just yet. What's this? I want it. Whatever it is. Can we go through the store now? And... Alright, here we go. Yeah. Ugh. Definitely this mutation is...
thought I was dead too, didn't you?
It's evolving,
No,
definitely.
I was just pretending.
Oh, there's something wrong with your brain,
I
lady.
could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent.
Oh, now we got our answer. How badass are you gonna be? Not badass at all. Let me get out of the cloud of mustard. I'd hardly call that a boss battle. What's this? Dear Elsa, it's with the greatest joy that I confirm with this letter your acceptance as a private student into my acting school. The little scene you had and the kindness to perform for me last week convinced me that you have what it takes to be a real actress: wit, stature, and courage. As a private student, you'll receive my personal training and coaching during these intense sessions. You'll be invited to... It's all harder to read out loud when you got the hiccups. You'll be invited to stay at the school, since I strongly believe in total attire and total immersion to expose you to the full potential of it, of my students. So please, remember to bring night attire and anything you may need to spend a week at my school. Your sincere, Doris Fletcher.
So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school.
And... looks like that's where we're headed. Let's get a look at it. Yeah, which way was it? No, I went the wrong way. There was that exit door. Of course there was.
Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her acting school.
And we will do that, guys, but we're going to do that in the next episode. See, what I think I'm going to... Let me... Yeah, I thought I saw that off camera. What I think I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to cure the people of Whitechapel. I think there's 2 that are infected or sick. This dude's recovering. Stella and this guy. Do we have anybody else? I don't think so, but there's no sense in showing you guys. All I'm going to do is go and kill things on my way. And then what I'll do is I'll pick back up here with what Lady Ashbury has to say. Maybe the hospital, then maybe to Ashbury. and then over here for the theater. So next episode, I'll either see you here or here, but that's going to be our goal. Hey, I've been Mark Jackson. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you later. See ya.